Hey Saber friends, Jim from Black Lion Sabers. It's time for another installation video. It's been a while since the last one. Still working here, still working on Sabers. But reason I haven't done one in a little bit is because I have not one, but two Sabers I want to go over today. Most recent client requested the Aniflex and the Tusken Slayer from Watto's Junkyard 7 Chambers. Aniflex, Watto's Junkyard, Tusken Slayer, and both Anakin Skywalker hilts, episode 2, episode 3, and yeah, just wrapped them up. So let's go over them. Let's start with the one that I've reviewed first. That's the Aniflex. This is the Gen 1 Aniflex, so it's still got the all copper buttons here. Client just let me know that his replacement buttons with the accurate shape and the paint and everything are, he just got those, so I did not take the liberty to paint them myself, so they'll be replaced anyway, so this is what they'll be sent back with. But anyway, my Aniflex, my Gen 1 Aniflex, when I installed that one, my goal was to put a removable battery in it, and I will admit my chassis design skills were at least not enlightened enough to pull that off for that particular hilt. You know, I probably should have taken a little more time to do it, but I just want to get it installed, so I pivoted to a non-removable battery and installed it with the Golden Harvest V3. Anyway, this kind of gave me an opportunity to go back and revisit the chassis that I was planning, and I was able to accomplish it this time. So anyway, yeah, Gen 1 Aniflex, got all that chrome niceness on there. There's the activation button, blade plug, vented for sound pommel. All right, and to reveal the chassis, you just unscrew right the bottom half, right underneath the activation box. It's not really an activation box because it doesn't do anything, but slide this out here, and oh, I forgot to grab the batteries off the charger, so let me go do that real quick. Set these right here. Sorry about that. All right, so gives me a good opportunity to make sure that customers are aware, what the polarity is for the battery is. Got your positive end closest to the emitter, negative end closest to the speaker. So make sure your button tab is always going up and the flat end going down towards the speaker. All right, let's put that in. Removable battery clicks in just like that. And on this side, got your Proffieboard 2.2 kill switch. Then we got the Jedi sigil there. Yeah. So I really like the way this chassis turned out. It's got the Black Lion Sabers on the side here. 28mm bass Smugglers Outpost speaker. I think it looks pretty good. Functional as well.
This whole operation was your idea.
So there we go. Turned on. Oh yeah, turned on. And can slide the bottom half back on. Twist it back in till it is tight. And what I love about the Aniflex is that the clocking is always, on both of them that I've worked on, the clocking is right. So we're at a 45 or a 90-degree angle from the bunny ears. Anyway, got a few fonts on here. KSith, Kyberphonic. We'll go through them. Let me put a blade in. First one, I've done a couple times before. Take the blade plug out. Got your CC Sabers Neopixel connector deep in there. This accepts a 7/8 inch Neopixel blade, which I'll drop in here. First one is the chosen one by KSith, which is an episode 3 Anakin font. Again, using the blade styles from FET 263. Activation button is right here. So click that once. We'll turn the saber on, click it again. Retract. Your auxiliary button is the front eye here. And I just did mute mode. There we go. Click the auxiliary button once for blaster deflect. Hold and clash for lock up. And got your stab. Whoops, if I can. There we go. And if you hold it and do a stab, get your melt, which is fun. All right, so there's that. This also has the twist, activate, and retract. So there we go. Okay, next.
Darth Vader.
Press the auxiliary once to change font. This is the villain version of the Chosen One. So the first one was Hero. This is Villain. Still the blue blade, but much darker home. Deeper, I should say. Okay. Father from Kyberphonic. Oh yeah. Let's do it again. I love the slow Vader ignition. Okay. So these next two fonts come standard on the Golden Harvest V3. That's Peace and Violence from Kyberphonic. The Peace is like very much a prequel Jedi type lightsaber font. So I got a kind of a sky blue, the deep sky blue blade here. A little bit lighter than the Episode 3 Anakin. Okay. And Violence is very much a Sith font. You know, it sounds almost like a Maul type font with the kind of raspy hum, but here I'll just let you hear it. There you go. There we go. Do that one more time. Okay.
Crystal core energy.
And since the batteries are fresh off the charger, there is your full power level indicator on your blade. And we're back to Anakin Episode 3. Okay, so that's really the Aniflex. Not a whole lot of font requests on here, but that's okay. Take the blade out here. Yeah, again, it was fun to go back over.
Darth Vader.
Pressing buttons. There we go. Pressing buttons on accident. Fun to go back over the chassis and kind of redo it how I initially wanted to do it in the first place. I was really glad that I was able to do the chassis without having any wires visible. I love that, you know, just kind of that real clean look. So no wires visible at all. Got a little window here to push your battery out. Turn that off. You can push your finger in there, it'll pop it out just a little bit, and then you got enough space right here to pull it out pretty easy. And I'll take that one out and put this back in. So this is the Aniflex. Let's go ahead and talk about the Watto's Junkyard Tusken Slayer. because that's not one that I've done yet. This is the Gen 2 Tusken Slayer, so really the only difference between this one and the Gen 1 is I think that the blade plug's a little different. So the Episode 2 Anakin hilt is compact, to say the least. Let me get the Aniflex, which, you know, some people call it this particular hilt the Skinny Flex because it's skinnier than a normal Graflex, which is the camera prop used for the Luke Anakin Saber from the original trilogy. Anyway, a lot skinnier for the Episode 2 one, and a lot shorter too. You can see you got about a inch of difference there. Yeah, so that's they're held about even and super short. Anyway, yeah, compact hilt. Not a whole lot of space on the inside, so it does not have a 28mm bass speaker, as I like, you know, put in that Sabers had space for it. It's instead got the 24mm Smugglers Outpost bass speaker. So this is using a Goth3Designs Eco chassis, which I'll pull out and show you. But a couple things about the outside of the hilts. Got the rubber grips on here. The activation box has got the 6 5mm LED domes. So the middle two, so the one closest to the emitter is you can hear the click. That's the activation, and then the one close to the speaker is your auxiliary. So there. And this part here is held on with magnets. So there's the 2 plungers, and the magnets sit right there, so they just click right back into place and are held on pretty securely, if I do say so. It will definitely go on one way. If you try to flip the other way, the magnets will fight you. But anyway, has the red and green domes here. This hilt is really kind of modeled after the original Vader saber. It's kind of like a light side version of it, so it's got less black and more chrome, and again, smaller. So how you access the chassis here is unscrew the bottom and give it a gentle shake. Gentle. There we go. Or you can take the blade plug out and just push the whole thing out, because the whole chassis is removable. Here, let me set the hilt down for just a second. So again, Goth3Designs Eco chassis, modified just a little bit, tiniest bit for better fit. Has a removable 18650 battery, which I'll put in right now. Again, tabs, positive is closest to the emitter, negative is closest to the speaker, so make sure button top goes up, as it were. You can click that in. If you do it the wrong way, you'll get the magic smoke out of your board, and then, yeah, it's fried. Anyway, okay, battery's in. Kill switch is situated right here. 24mm bass speaker, Proffie 2.2, CC Sabers connector, Neopixels to light the dome lights. So you got a program for red and green. But turn it on. Okay. Since the switch plungers in here are not any springs for them, I guess not space for them, you just got to make sure that they're not pressed in all the way, or else you won't be able to slide your chassis in. There's a little bit of a groove right here where the switches are situated. Make sure this lines up with the switch box, and it should slide back in to place all the way. And then when you screw the pommel back in, it's going to be locked back into place. So there. Let me take the blade plug out. Blade retention screw is right here. It's this brass bit. You just unscrew it a little bit. Your blade plug will slide right out. There's the red and green accent LEDs, the Neopixels, and there's your connector as it slid on up in there. This Saber, even though it's smaller by a lot, except a bigger blade than the Aniflex. This is the 1-inch Neopixel blade. So I'll put this in, tighten it down some, and well, that's got quite a bit of wobble to it. That's all right. I have a hang on just a minute. I have another blade that's a little thicker, but whoops. Un momento, por favor. Here we go. It's my thick boy. Anyway, this one I know fits because I put it in there the other. Okay, that's tighter. Slides in. No wobble for this one. Okay. All right. So this might look funny. The light's not going to go all the way up on the blade because this is a Sabers Pixel Stick V1. So it needs to be set for like 264 LEDs, and this is currently set for 132, so it's going to go about halfway up the blade. For demo purposes, that's okay. We're really just trying to hear the fonts because we know what Neopixel looks like, right? Okay. There we go. See? Halfway up. Blade isn't broken, just a V1 KR Pixel Stick. Anyway, this is Tusken Terminator by Kyberphonic. It's got a really unique hum. I didn't think that it was kind of like this. That's, you don't need to adjust your speaker. That's the way it sounds. Yeah. Uh, 24 millimeters is going to be a lot less. You know, let's just take the blade out. I'm unfortunate that this is what we're going to have to do, but yeah, it's going to look funny like that. So we'll just mess with the sound fonts without the blade in. All right. Tusken Terminator. There we go. It's your CC Sabers pixel connector. And auxiliary button gets you blaster flex. It still has the twist and for retraction and extension. Okay. Next, again, peace. And violence is next.
Crystal core energy.
And the power level indicator on the blade. So back to Tusken Terminator. There we go. So there's the Tusken Slayer. I'll pull it out, pull the chassis out again, so you can kind of see what it looks like when it's activated. Again, sorry about that blade mix-up. I probably should have tested to see if my 1-inch blade would fit without wobbling, but I did not. So you can blame me for that, for poor planning. Anyway, here we go. There's the chassis. Activate the LEDs are on. You can click one of the switches here. It's all contained within this little doodad. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Oh, I should say you can. Wires are visible here. Not my chassis. Anyway, you can push a little bit out there, and your battery's gonna pop out pretty easily. So 2 removable batteries, 2 Anakin Sabers, 2 Sabers complete. Appreciate the watch, everybody. Keep on the lookout for some more Saber builds coming up. And slide back in there. Okay, perfect. And yeah, may the force be with you. Rep it. Sa.